Hi, welcome to my back to school night presentation. I'm Mr. Scott Hoffman and I teach science and biomedical engineering. And so I'm going to begin to present this slideshow to you so that you can watch it either before or after back to school night. And so when you attend back to school night, you can ask questions specifically to me, and that would be great and fine to do. So, um, my physical room is room 101, but I am teaching from my home office most of the time. Sometimes I'm at school, but that's why you get this background of, of my home office. And I'm a huge fan of the beach, and I love San Francisco and the Golden Gate Bridge. So you see that in my slideshow. Just a little bit about me. I am my This is my 20th year in education, and my fourth year at Bernal Intermediate School. I do have two daughters, and they're twin girls, and they're starting second grade now, and they're in remote learning as well. So they're doing remote learning, and I'm teaching them, and so our house is quite busy. 8:30 to 3 o'clock each day um, with remote learning. So we have a lot of remote learning going on at the house. Um, I am a huge Oakland A's fan, and I think since being home so much and being able to listen to it on the radio and listen to watching games on TV, I think I've watched almost all the games or listened to most all the games. Just missed a couple here and there, but huge A's fan and hoping we can see them go to the playoffs this year. Really would be exciting. Really would be exciting. So that's just a little bit about me and some of my hobbies. Love going to the beach. Love the Bay Area. Grew up here in California, and I'm a really big A's fan. Um, I chose to teach science about 5 years ago, 5 to 6 years ago, actually. I didn't start off teaching science. I actually started off teaching fifth grade and then taught elementary school for a while. Then got into working at a county office of education and then moved over into the university level of teaching. And I was working at the University of Pittsburgh, but then when I came back to California, I really wanted to teach science because there's so many things I like about science and I like about middle school. First of all, science is everywhere. It's all around us. Everything that's happening relates back to science, so it's very relatable to me. Helps me make sense of the world and explain phenomena, and so that is a word that we're going to use a lot this year in seventh grade science is phenomena. We can make predictions based upon evidence about what we're seeing with evidence. And how it relates to education is that knowledge is power. And the more information that we have and the more that we know, we can be able to use that in a powerful way, either for good or for bad, hopefully for good. But we can use that as knowledge being power. Um, there's advancement in performance in reading, writing, and math in the sense that the way that we think in science can really help you in the way you perform in reading and in writing. And we are able to use a lot of charts and graphs, which uses data. And so we do use math and science. Um, I'm in the Bay Area, my kids are in the Bay Area. And if I'm to stay in the Bay Area and I want them to stay in the Bay Area, they're going to have to get some good jobs. And some of the best jobs that are out there are in the field of science, whether that's from computer engineering to civil engineering, anything with engineering, whether that's to lab work, um, tech work, whatever that might be. It comes back to having a strong foundation of science. And so our innovation and technology here in the Bay Area depends upon our students and our kids having a good understanding of science. We can have healthier lives, and we can fight climate change through understanding science. And so that's important to me. Education is the most powerful weapon in which we can use to change the world. And I really believe in that quote, that that education is a powerful weapon and we can use it to change the world in a powerful way. So this science class, is really broken into two parts, where we have one part is going to be assignments, which are going to be mostly in a Google Doc form. It's some type of activity, and to capture that your child is actually completing that activity, it is in a form of an assignment, which is often in a Google Doc, and that's just a way to capture learning. The other way that I use that is, the second part is through projects and quizzes. The projects piece is going to be an interesting piece as we're in remote learning. Some of the projects will require possible things around the house, where I'll give some options of what the student can use. And if that isn't around the house, then we can figure out a way to do it digitally. Um, whereas the the quizzes will be online, and you can retake them. The student will be able to retake them as many times as they can need within a certain window, just to show that they're understanding the certain science concepts that we're working on. Oftentimes, I get asked questions about homework, and homework is unfinished classwork. There really isn't any homework. Everything is going to be in Google Classroom. So Google Classroom is going to be the one stop place that you can go to get all of the classwork. And in Google Classroom, there's a tab called Classwork. And with Classwork, you will be able to see the list of assignments. And some of them are going to be in project form, and some of them are going to be in just regular assignment form, but you can see that. So everything is going to be done at home. So pretty much everything is homework right now. But there isn't any like specific thing um, like that's designated as homework. It's really assignments and projects is what we're going to be working on in Google Classroom. The biggest way that you can help is, first off, if you have a question, or if you have something that's not going right, or there's an issue or there's a concern, please email me. I'm at shoffman@ogsd.net. I'm also on Parent Square, so if you're on Parent Square, you can reach out to me through Parent Square, and I get the message that way. Um, some of the best ways is to log into Infinite Campus. That's going to be our gradebook platform where you can see your child's grades at. And this is new to us in the sense of the gradebook. Infinite Campus is a new gradebook to us as teachers. In the past, we've used School Loop, and we have used Infinite Campus for recording attendance, but this is new to recording grades. So we're figuring it out. You're figuring it out. So we're in this together, figuring it out. And I will be posting grades once a week. We've just had training in that, so I'm going to start to put up some grades on assignments that we have been working on in the past weeks, and those are going to be coming up this week and next week, and so then you can begin to check grades and see where they're at. And this is new to all of us, and it's new to seventh grade specifically, where we're having grades based upon points, and you can see how missing an assignment will hurt, and turning in work will really be helpful. So that's why I ask that you check in with Google Classroom as well, so you can see what's going on with Google Classroom. And it's best to ask questions of your child. Ask them questions on what are you learning, or what are you working on currently? How is school going? How's this class going for you? And sitting down with them on their Chromebook and checking Google Classroom together, checking Infinite Campus together, and looking together through the work that we're working on, and trying to have them explain, hey, tell me about this assignment here. This assignment maybe looks interesting, or this video looks interesting. Um, that would be really helpful to check in with them. I think one of the eye opening things for parents during the springtime with remote learning is there was sometimes an assumption that, oh, my child said that they did it and they turned it in. And that wasn't always the case. So it's really important to go ahead and check in with me through email, check Google Classroom, and then you can check Infinite Campus on their final grade as well. So I look forward to seeing you in the back to school night question and answer session where you get 10 minutes to visit with me. Um, that will be happening through your child's schedule and going through Google Classroom. So the link is in Google Classroom, and you'll be able to use that for our back to school night. So I look forward to seeing you and talking to you soon. Thanks.